Hey guys, this is HBK Grand making a video about the Riven Cheese plus the Queenswalk today. So we'll discuss that in detail so that way you will be able to do it successfully when the time comes. So a special thanks to my clanmates. So I tried to ask them like a favor that like keep running the Queenswalk until we actually get to the point where I go all the way to the end instead of like doing it in bits and pieces. And one of the runs actually, like luckily it was like the 5th or the 6th run, we were able to get one where I was the last person to do it, and you will be able to see the entire route. And if you guys actually need help at any time, like we usually do these Riven Cheese or like the raids after resets, you guys can also join my Discord. It will be in the link description below. We help with raids, we teach and everything like that. So if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, guys, and hit that notification bell so that way you don't miss out any of the updates or the videos that are coming up. So let's get on with the show. So starting off with like what you actually need to do the Riven Cheese first of all. So you need a sword that actually has a Whirlwind Blade perk on it. So that is the only thing that is required for the Riven Cheese, and basically usually people use the sword. So you have like mostly like 6 people using the sword, but if you have like one person who doesn't have it, they can go with a tractor cannon and it's still doable. However, one thing to remember is that if you are doing the ×3 Riven Cheese, which is highly recommended because that saves a lot of time and a lot of grind, what you could do is like have one Warlock and one Titan at all times when you're switching between the teams. So like make sure like one person is Warlock at all times with Well of Radiance and one person is Titan with the Titan Bubble, and you just have to play it like cool, and that will be all. Once that is done, you do need like a high like DPS weapon because the ribbon comes out at the end and you have to shoot its mouth. So like having a sniper rifle, I'm just using Jotun, but you could use anything like that can do like quick damage. So any type of sniper rifle would go. You could have Beloved, you could have like Supremacy, whatever you want, like it's pretty easy. So another way to increase your damage, so a lot of people like don't know this like when I'm talking most of the time with the raids and stuff. So you can go into the collection section and you'll see like in the open world menu, if you go to the second page, there's the Reverie Dawn set, which you get from the Dreaming City. So you can actually farm it during the Dreaming City, or you can also get like the raid armor. Once you're like doing it a couple of times and you're opening the chest, you will get like the Great Hunt armor set. But if you don't have that, this one would be amazing to have as well. Now it has like this armor mod that comes with this set. It's called the Riven's Curse. So while in the Dreaming City, you deal more damage, but also take more damage from your all sources. But with the Riven Cheese, since you are in a well and a bubble, that damage is nullified and all you are doing is like more damage. So let's say if without the set, you're doing like 400,000, 300,000 or whatnot, you can just like picture it like almost double when you have the entire set on because it stacks. We're looking at like 800, 900,000 damage, like, and at times you could even do higher depending on if you got the buff early and if you're doing crits right away. So it's completely all with the Riven Cheese. What you have to do is like you can pick whichever character you want. Like I said earlier, you can do it on all 3. I would suggest when you find a team of 6, try to switch between so that way everybody does it at least 3 times on all of their characters, so you can do the Queenswalks in one go and use those 3 ethereal keys to get the chest. So as you're dropping down from those 6 plates, you'll see this crystal room area. That's where like usually the boss spawns. So there's 2 spawn areas for the Riven Cheese, and so this is one of them. So how you actually look where the boss is, right in front where I just threw the grenade, there will be a shadow that appears from going from right to left. If you see that shadow, the Riven will appear over here. If it does not appear, then you will have to go to the other room. So in order to go to the other room, what you have to do is come back the way you came, and there will be a wall right there. You just need to hug it until you see the option joining allies in like 5 seconds or something like that. It will teleport you back to the starting point where like you actually started out, and from there what you have to do is, if you look at that tree on the right, you're gonna go behind it and there will be like a place where you can fall down. So but while you're a Titan, the sprint goes or the burst goes downwards, so make sure like just hit the sword or something like that, that way you don't kill yourself. Because a lot of the time this one is like people like have a difficulty and they like die off. Then you keep going straight forward and fall down again, and you will enter into another room. So as you're running towards the room, go towards the left side of the stairs, but do not be right on top of the stairs. So be a little bit towards the left side, because the Riven actually comes out and she pushes her hand outside. So if you're on that hand, you're definitely gonna die. So just make sure that you're not like right on that hand. So cast your well, or like whichever your teammate is, and your bubble. So if you have a tractor cannon, you could shoot it. Now with the sword changes, what you have to do is do light attacks. Do not do heavy attacks if your heavy bar is not full. As soon as your heavy bar is full, you can cast that heavy attack and it will count for that one. So just keep that in mind, like when you're doing your sword cheats. So like light attacks, and if you see your heavy is full, then you can use that. Once you have done a portion of that damage, it will actually halt, and then you will be teleported to this room. So this is just like a little jumping puzzle. Make sure like you're killing ads here. You will be losing like health like bit by bit. If you take too long over here, you're gonna eventually die. If you have like a warlock, you can heal yourself obviously, but you need to get to the end of the ring over here in order to complete this part. So you see that like white light right there, that's the place you want to reach. So take your time, you can jump, clear the ads, and then like you can make it there. Because sometimes like if everybody like just tries to rush it, so those enemies, they will be actually like, they can like kick you off the map. So once you are close to that spot, you just jump and go through the ring. Do not stand like right next to it. So make sure you go through the ring and you will be teleported out. And once teleported, you could simply go and revive if there were any people that died. So mostly like you should have a reviving token for each one of you guys. And the Riven boss will appear again. So you're going to be hitting inside the mouth area. Having a sniper rifle would be the best course of action. Like if everybody has one, you will do the damage right away. But it doesn't stop there. You have to wait for this animation to end and go enter the Riven's mouth. I know it's pretty disgusting, but we have to do it in order to get what we want, right? So you gotta make your way quickly inside, like everybody has to get in there, and also you will be taking damage if you don't do this quickly, so you could die. So make sure you, as soon as you go in, if you have a Well of Radiance on you or Healing Rift, if you're close to death, you could actually use that, so that will be able to do it. And this will be the initiation of the Queenswalk. Once you have completed your 3 times Riven Cheese, you can come back and get your main characters and start off with the Riven's Heart. So you will have a checkpoint on all of your characters at this point, so it doesn't really matter whether you leave or you want to stay. I do recommend, however, like having at least just one Warlock with Stormcaller for this phase, because you could clear ads so fast that it's insane. You can use other characters as well, but Stormcaller is really fast, so you don't actually step back. You're constantly going forward, so it doesn't slow you down, because there is a debuff called Creeping Darkness, and if it reaches 10, you die. Now, how does that happen? So the orb in front of you is called the Riven's Heart. So each person is basically fated to pick it up at least once during the Queenswalk, but if you do it flawlessly, you only need 5 people to finish it. Now, the first person that picks it up will only be able to hold it for 15 seconds. Now, I have made a rule with my clanmates, or when I do it with people, that you have to count down the timer as soon as you see 10. So there will be a countdown as soon as you pick up that Riven's Heart on the bottom left of the screen, and it starts with 15. As soon as it reaches 4, there is an orb thing that you have to pick up on the other side of the map, and we will discuss it later on as well. And the best bet to remember is like just like try to listen out for the calls, so that way it will make it easier for you to like complete this Queenswalk in one go and perfectly. So this is a map for the Queenswalk. You can Google it and download it if you want to study it thoroughly, but how you actually read this is from here. This would be the starting point where the Riven's Heart is, and you go all the way to the X point where you have to go. Now obviously each time a person picks up and gets teleported, he goes to another room, but the people that are staying in the room, you need to actually remember the entire path, so that way like you know where you're going. So this would be the starting point where the Riven's Heart is, and the first person, when he picks it up, he has 15 seconds, and most of the time people just stop at the Riven's tongue. So like in the middle of it, so that way like you don't stand on the tip and the ball falls over and everybody dies at the back. So this would be that spot. As you drop in from the Riven's mouth, there will be a lot of ads in this room, so you kill those ads. and keep continuing. So you just stay for the first two rooms, you just stay on the left. So if you watch right from here, you're going to the left one, and then you'll see another left gate open. You're going to enter that one. Once you're in this room, you can go straight to this area right over here, and from then on you turn right to this room right here. Now this is where like the people get confused a little bit, but the easiest way to understand is you actually have these two rooms as an option. So this circle right here and this circle right here. Now which one to go to? So what happens is that one of them or either one of them will have a black shield or like a black barrier, so you cannot actually access that. So let's say this side had a black barrier, so you will be going and this side will be open. So you go to the left over here and you'll see like a cave entrance. You need to enter that cave and this will lead you to this room right here. So you will have to go across and there will be another cave entrance, and that will bring you to this hole right here. So let's say if this room had a barrier and this room was open, you're gonna see like on the right side there's a cave entrance. You're gonna enter that room and it will lead you to this room right here, and then there will be another cave right in front of you. You enter that room in order to get to this circle right here, or this hole. So once you reach this hole, whether you take this route or that route, you fall down and you will see stairs on the right side. So once you climb up the stairs, like you're gonna be in this room. So when you climb up the stairs, you'll see like there's like this black aura and stuff like that. So you just go up close enough to it and you will dunk the Riven's heart right in it, and it will complete the Queen's Walk. Now there are two sides for the Queen's Walk. One is the run itself. The other is actually following the person that is holding the Riven's heart. So you see that big white aura. As long as you're inside it, you're safe. If you're outside it, you're gonna get this creeping darkness debuff. Once it reaches 10, you die and you will be teleported to the room where there are ads. So once the first person starts picking the Riven's heart, everybody just starts following him until the countdown starts going down. Once it reaches 0, only the first person should be inside that aura. The other people should not be in it, and you will see later on in the video as well. And as you get teleported into this room, guys, you have to individually pick up a separate orb. So when the first person comes in and the second person picks up the Riven's heart, he will start his countdown. Once it reaches 4, you have to pick up this orb and it will refresh the second person's timer to another 15 seconds. When the second person comes over here, he will be, again, you will see like 2 orbs. And what you can do is, like, if let's say like your friend is far away, you can pick up to 2 orbs. If you pick up the third one, you will die. Now here's the first drop where like the first person who was fated to choose. So you stand a little bit behind, not far, and a few people can stand to the left and the other can stand to the right, and whoever's name is chosen, so he can pick up the orb. The other people, they just like clear the ads while this person is running. So you'll see like as he's doing his countdown, once he reaches 4, the aura will expand once again. So if you do not do that on time or pick the orb on the other side, the timer will not refresh and everybody will either die or get teleported alongside. The second room over here, the third person will be ready to like do the countdown, so you can actually technically wait. You don't have to rush it. And then when the next person is ready for the pickup, they will pick it up and you just like follow, and you will go all the way towards the end side of this big room right here. So if it is not your orb, I would recommend like trying to run a little bit ahead of the person, so like you're in the exterior or like the northern side of the aura, so that way you can clear ads and like you can stay alive the entire time. So when the third person is over, it's gonna happen again. So there will be 3 orbs on the other side. So make sure every person on the other side is picking up the orbs, and if somebody is left out, you will have to like pick it up. So as you guys can see, on the right side the area is blocked, and on the left side it's not blocked. So you have to make your way towards the left side right there, and right when you enter this room, there will be a cave entrance to the left in the corner. And as you enter into this one, just keep going straight forward and it will lead you to the other side of the room. While you're making your way to the other side of the room, there will be ads, so you have to be careful. And as you guys can see right here, there are actually like a total of like 4 people are over there and 2 people still over here, and we still have plenty of time in order to go and finish it up. So when you go towards this second room, you will enter to this room over here, and you'll see like the hole where you drop into. And at this point, it's pretty much a done deal. So as you pick up, you start doing your counter. Make sure like people are still doing their job until that thing is dunked. So you will see as soon as you're dropping these stairs right here, and all you have to do is go all the way to the end and dunk it right over here, and that will finish your Queen's Walk. So I hope the video helped you guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can leave it in the comment section below. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for the support. This is HBK Grant taking off for the day. Have a great one, guys. Take it easy.